Welcome back to Sunday League Football Wembley Doubles with a Twist Final Edition. Now, if you've clicked this video and you do not know what's going on, head back to the beginning of the playlist. It's all in the description below, and from there you'll be able to catch up. But long story short, this is a Wembley Doubles with a Twist tournament made possible by the guys at Kitlocker. We started with 8 teams and we are now down to the final 2. The winners of this tournament will grab themselves a brand new pair of night boots, and you guys can get involved too by heading over to Kitlocker on the socials. Be sure to follow them up and look out for the giveaway post. Interact with that by retweeting, sharing or liking, and from there you'll automatically be put into the hat to grab a brand new pair of night boots. Lemon squeezy, eh? Now, as you know, in previous rounds there's been conditions on how you actually get to the next round, and it's no different here to actually win the tournament. As you can see, we've upped the passes again. You've got to make 30 successful passes, not consecutive, but 30 successful passes throughout this time. You need to score 4 goals, 2 with the left foot and 2 with the right foot, and of course we can't forget the classic nutmeg. Some teams have managed to do it in open play, others have had to use timeout cards. Talking of which, the greens only have 1 timeout card remaining. It's the 3's a crowd where they get an extra player for 10 seconds. The golds, unbelievably, haven't used 1 timeout card. They've got all 4 to use here. So will that sway your decision and who you think's going to win? Let us know in the poll above. But until then, let's crack on with this final. And so we start things off with Frank in goal as he throws it out to this left-hand side. Kieran gets onto it first as he gives it to Elliot. That's their first completed pass. There's their second. And as you heard there, they've called the timeout for the first time in this tournament. What are they going to go with? It looks like they're going to go with blindfold. Freeze was certainly the most popular amongst teams, but they've gone blindfold first, so this will be interesting to see what they do with it. And here come the passes now. And just like the semi-final against the Oranges, the Greens are standing still with their blindfolds. Well, they've moved a little bit. I think the idea behind it is to not get nutmeg. Meanwhile, the Golds are racking up the passes now. They're on 20 as Kieran shoots with the left foot. He's past Frank, and with that, the Golds have stormed into the lead at early doors. Let's see how the rest of this final pans out. We start with Frank throwing it out to the right-hand side this time as it's with Liam. Oh my god, he's nutmegged Elliot there. He might not have got on the end of it, but nutmeg is a nutmeg, and Liam is becoming the nutmeg king of this competition, I tell ya. Here's the Golds in possession now, and it's another completed pass for them, and we've got a streaker. I do apologise. Jack's obviously very unhappy he didn't make an appearance in the final. He has now, and now we can crack on with the game, no pun intended. More passes coming in for the Golds now. They've got 23 and 24. If Elliot can latch onto the end of it, he can. He shoots as well, but that is a great save from Frank. He's been on fire in this tournament. We've had a throw now from Dan into Liam. He's put a complete pass through to Dan there, but he couldn't stick it in the back of the net. Frank saves with his feet. Kieran back in possession for the Golds now as they rack up a few more passes. They have hit the 28. They're still looking for the nutmeg as well as Kieran plays it in for the 29th. Elliot back to Kieran here. That's 30, and now they can concentrate on getting those other 3 goals. They need a left foot and 2 right foots, and of course the nuts. Whereas the Greens, who have the nuts, have got lots of catching up to do on the passes and the goals, of course. Here's Kieran now with a strike on the right, but that goes wide of the goal. And they've quickly got possession back now with Elliot, who gives it to Kieran. Elliot on the overlap here as he hits it, but that's a great block from Dan there. He's been a new man towards the back end of the season as Elliot looks to go again, but Dan holds him up. Elliot has found a lovely pass in that gap there to Kieran. He's inside the box, so he can't shoot. He's out now, and he's hit it off the post and into the back of the net. That's 2 goals, 1 with the left, 1 with the right. More of that, and the nuts, and they've won this. What's going to happen next? That's what's going to happen next. The Golds have called their second timeout of the game and the tournament, in fact, and now it looks like they're going to use the freeze as they look to get the ball through Dan's legs. It's going to be a tough ask, but it does pop through there. There it is. And here's Elliot with a strike. Great save from Frank. If he meant it, I don't think he actually knew much about it. It came at him so fast as Kieran picks it up now on the half volley. Oh, and it's a great strike on the right. Well played on the timeout card. They've got the nuts and they've got another goal, so all that's left for them is a left-footed goal. As I say, Greens with lots of catching up to do. Opportunity there for Liam to get some passes in, but instead he's hit it out for a throw. Kieran back in possession now. Nice little step over there as he looks to get across the 6-yard box. Back heel for Elliot, but Dan intercepts. And now they can get the passes in. But once again, Liam's having second thoughts. Dan not happy with him there. He's only gone and given possession away, and it's Kieran as he gets it onto his left foot here. Is this where they win it? No, Dan. Heroic block there from him. And at this stage of the game, the Greens are pretty much hanging on as Elliot wins his head there. It falls out to Kieran on the edge of the 6-yard box. Puts it inside for Elliot, but that's over his head. It falls to Liam, who shoots, but he's giving it to Elliot. Left foot, and it's another save from Frank as the ball ends up with Kieran. Looking to give it back to Elliot, but that's blocked again by Liam. There's a pass. Shots from Dan, and another save from Frank with the feet this time. It falls back out to Dan. The Greens might be hanging on, but they're giving it a good go. Dan needs a little bit of support, and it looks like he's got that from Liam as he back heels it, and that is going to be their 3rd pass of the game. Liam now looking for support as Kieran puts him under a lot of pressure there. Opportunity to go back to Dan, but instead, oh, Liam, that's disappointing. Here's Elliot now with a throw into Kieran. It's another timeout, and this time the Golds are going to be going for the dizzy card. Kev spinning around Dan there, and Luke's on hand to spin around Liam. 15 spins later, and you can tell Dan and Liam look a little bit disorientated there. They're not actually going for the ball. They're just trying to block the goal to a certain extent, but Kieran managed to get a shot in there with the left. If that had gone in, that would have been game over. But once again, it was Frank with a good save. Elliott's picked up that loose ball as he plays it back to Kieran. He flicks it up. Oh dear, he sees that shot sail into the bushes at the back. New balls please. Liam with a throw. And it's the Greens that have called timeout this time. They've only got one more left, and that is the Threeser crowd. They're going to bring Luke on from the Vault team, who went out in the first round to the Oranges. He's got 10 seconds to make a difference as they get another pass here, but that goes out for the throw. It's then taken by Dan. Luke, nice quick feet to get around Elliott there as he makes his way in. It's an unsuccessful pass as Kieran picks it up, but Luke does get it back for the Greens. Plays it into Dan here. That's another pass. Dan plays it back. Another pass, but Luke, oh, he sailed over the bar. And that was Luke's contribution. He got him a couple of passes, to be fair, but the Greens still lots to do. 14 passes, 4 goals, 2 with the left, 2 with the right. And for the goals, just a left-footed goal remaining. But that's not going to help Kieran. If that had gone in, they still wouldn't have gone through. That was a right foot. But yet again, great save from Frank. Throwing from the Greens now. Dan puts it back to him. He couldn't even get on the end of it, and I think that sums up the Greens' final so far. And so it's goals back in possession as Elliott gives it to Kieran. Kieran gives it back to Elliott as he looks to take on Dan here. Hits it with that left. It took a deflection off of Dan there. That would have been interesting if that had gone in. It come off Dan's left boot, so would we class that as a left foot goal for Greens? Who knows, but it doesn't matter. It didn't go in anyway as Kieran's got the ball here. He managed to get a left foot shot in there, and Frank once again with another save. He's Frank once again now throwing it out to the left-hand side, and Liam gets onto it. That's what the Greens need to do. Get in possession of the ball, get those passes up. But instead, he's taking another route. The Nutmeg King strikes again, but Liam, you don't need nutmegs. You've done that already, and you've given away possession to the Golds as Elliott finds Kieran on the left here, but it's a bad touch from him. Gives the ball back to Dan, and from there it's a clever little back pass from Dan into Liam, but oh, I don't know what he's done there either. Looks like he tried to dink Frank from 7 yards there. That was never going to work, and you can tell the pace of this game is slowing down now. And with that, the Golds play their final timeout card. They're bringing Jack onto the field, who actually has a sweet left foot, and that's what they're looking for. But you know what? I think Kieran's just entertaining Jack here. He's been begging to come on. His 10 seconds are really ticking by at the moment as he squares it for Elliott. Dan getting in there with a tackle to win it back for the Greens. As Elliott looks to get it back, Kev's blown up for a free kick, which in turn calls time on Jack's appearance. That's Greens with an opportunity here from the free kick. Oh! It's not happening, is it? But Dan really putting in a shift here, chasing down Elliott to get the ball back. And so as Elliott throws it in towards Kieran, he picks it up. He's got Dan to take on, which he does as he makes his way towards the penalty spot. Takes on Liam as well, hits it with the left, and there it is. The goal that they were looking for to confirm that they are the champions. The very first champions of the Wembley Doubles with a twist. Jack in there as well, who as you saw played a massive part in that final. So as we call time on this competition, let's hear from some of the lads.
Too close. You got the Palmer's bit right, but
obviously I would have won, but I had him. So
yeah, I don't know how we'll move on from this, but it was a good effort. We played all right.
Feel great. Worn out though. Yeah,
knackering, mate. Playing 3 of them games back to back, mate. Well, not back to back, but it's fast paced.
that final was really tough. Yeah, it was really good, and yeah, thanks to Kitlocker for this opportunity. Yeah, hopefully next season will be really good.
So there you have it. That brings us to the end of the tournament. I hope you enjoyed it. A massive thanks to Kitlocker for taking the time and sending these shirts down and allowing us to do this. And well done to the Gold team, Elliott and Kieran, on winning those new night boots. A final reminder that you guys can grab yourself a new pair of boots as well. Follow Kitlocker on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Follow the instructions on the giveaway posts and you'll be in the hat to grab them. And as I say, that is it for the Wembley Doubles with a Twist tournament. Let us know in the comment section below if you want to see us do this again. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more, switch your notifications on so you know when a new video's out. And as I always say, we will see you in the next one.